So with the Battle of Utapau looming on the horizon, now's a great time to discuss the 212th Attack Battalion, their history, and what their service under the Republic really looked like. I'm Colin, and this is Sci-Fi Deep Dive. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to head down below and hit that subscribe button. So we often see the 212th Attack Battalion serving under General Kenobi, the sort of legendary clone force that served alongside him from the Battle of Christophsis to the Battle of Utapau. They were his trusty soldiers under his command throughout the entirety of the Clone Wars. But let's talk a little bit more about that clone unit, what they looked like, what their role was within the Republic military, and what's going on with that unit going into the Battle of Utapau. So for starters, just to give a little bit of context, the 212th Attack Battalion serves under the 7th Sky Corps and is technically part of the 7th Sky Corps. But the 212th operates more independently and serves under the handful of commanders that commanded it during the war. They were quickly placed under the command of General Kenobi during their first major engagement, the Battle of Christophsis, where they played a crucial role in relieving the Separatist attack on that world and ultimately driving back the Separatist offensive into Republic space that the Battle of Christophsis represented. Following the Battle of Christophsis under the command of General Kenobi, the 212th would participate in many great battles throughout the Clone Wars, the Battle of Teth, the Battle of Ryloth. They played crucial roles in the Battle of Geonosis, where the 212th, along with units of the 501st and several other clone organizations, participated in an assault in the attempt to disable a major new droid foundry that had been constructed on Geonosis following the Republic withdrawal from the world early in the conflict. After that, the 212th, along with forces of the 501st, carried out an invasion of Umbara in the Battle of Umbara, where they ultimately would force the Separatist-loyal Umbarans to submit their planet to the Republic. And the last major engagement the 212th was involved in during the Clone Wars was the Battle of Umbara, and they were on Umbara when Order 66 came down, and they were on Umbara when the war formally ended with the surrender of the CIS. And in between these major battles, the 212th played crucial roles in many minor engagements that saw Republic and Separatist forces coming to blow on various worlds across the galaxy. However, at the end of the day, the Battle of Utapau saw the end of the war for the 212th and the end of their command under General Kenobi, when during that battle, the clone forces of the 212th would receive Order 66 and be forced to turn on their Jedi commander, attempting to execute General Kenobi, who they ultimately failed to execute. The 212th had a long and storied history with the Republic, serving all the way from the very beginning of the war all the way through to the end, and while many clone units had that same lifespan, only the 212th and a handful of others would have the same notoriety, serving under such significant commanders and playing roles in so many crucial battles that would dictate the outcome of the war. The 212th would often serve alongside other major clone units. One of the ones that we frequently see them serving with is the 501st. Now, there's pretty obvious reasons for that. Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi had a personal connection going way back, and they were often sent on assignments together since the two Jedi were very familiar with each other. And with the 501st being under the command of Anakin Skywalker, you could see how the 501st and the 212th would attain a rather close working relationship. This would become present all the way through to the end of the conflict. And as we see in many of these battles, these two units would fight alongside one another. If you'd like to learn about the 501st and their story, which is similar to the 212th, but still rather different in a lot of different ways, as the 501st would play a much larger role following the end of the war, I'll leave a link up here to my video breaking down the history of the 501st Legion and their story both during and after the Clone Wars. And I'd like you to let me know down in the comments which unit you think had a bigger impact on the Clone Wars as a whole, the 212th Attack Battalion or the 501st Legion. Which one do you think was a greater aid to the Republic, or do you think they're pretty much equal? And if you have anything else you'd like to see me cover in Star Wars, you can let me know down below in the comments. Last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, head down below, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.